Hello, my name is Chris and welcome to Chef Fix-It. Today I'm going to show you how to make what I think is the best gluten-free pancake. It's based on a simple recipe that has been online for years: 1 banana, 1 egg, and some flour. Well, I'm going to show you how to elevate the recipe, and we're going to add a couple more ingredients to try and increase the flavor. Now, the first thing you need to know is it's all about the banana. Now, what you want is a big, firm banana. Wait a minute, is this the kind of humor we can expect on this channel? You bet it is. So that you can have the best rise out of your pancake. Yeah, sorry about that one. That was a little over the top. So anyway, what you want is a banana that has a little bit of green to it, and you don't want any brown spots, and it should be firm to the touch. So it's a little less than ripe. And the reason why is because you want the starches in the banana before they've all turned to sugar. When they turn to sugar, then your pancake won't be as fluffy. It'll be kind of stodgy and a little bit flat. So these are the ingredients I'm going to be using today. I have a banana, an egg, oat flour, cinnamon, and salt. And I'm going to be using my KitchenAid mixer to get the batter ready. Okay, so I have my banana in the mixer now. I have to start off with a low speed, gradually speed up from there. And I really want to show you the texture you want in the banana when everything's emulsified and the starch is broken down. It's going to take longer than you think. It usually takes a couple of minutes in order to get this broken down. Okay, that's looking really good there. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and add my egg. And we're going to emulsify this for a few more minutes. So now I'm going to add the rest of my ingredients. Add 2 tablespoons of oat flour, a dash of salt, and a few taps of cinnamon, which I think is probably around 1/8 of a teaspoon. And I'm going to mix that up again. All right, that looks great. All right, now it's time to heat up the pan. And I like to go for a temperature of around 350 to 400 degrees. And what that does is it allows the pancakes to fluff up real nice. If your pan is not hot enough, you'll get a flat pancake, and nobody wants that. So what's the point if you're not going to use heat? You can tell it's close by doing the water dance. So I'm going to add just a little bit of olive oil. Put the batter in. So right now it's just a little above medium heat. Now when you're starting to see air bubbles that pop, but then the craters don't fill in, that tells you it's about time to flip. Now when you're going to flip a pancake, it might feel like your Uncle Buck with a snow shovel and a massive pancake.
This is where you separate the men from the boys.
But you have to commit 100%. If you're tentative, it's not going to flip properly. So I've reached the point where I think this pancake is just about done. So the best thing I like to do here is just kind of take a look underneath and see what's going on. See, that's a nice brown color on the bottom. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So it's about ready to come off the stove, I think. Okay, let's tap it with a spatula. Oh, and pat it. Nice pancake. You're such a good pancake. I don't know what I'm doing there. But anyway, it's time to plate up pretty soon here. All right, so now we're going to go onto the plate with it. I can do this one-handed. So to finish off a perfect pancake, I like to use real maple syrup like this. And I grew up in Maine. That's all we knew is real maple syrup. It was harvested there and is really a light, delicious flavor to add to the pancake, a little sweetness. So let's see if I can get a nice, sexy syrup pour. All right, let's see how this came out. Really looking forward to this. I'm super hungry. Oh, that's so good. Got a nice balance of flavors. The cinnamon goes well with the banana. The texture is very light and fluffy. The maple syrup adds a little sweetness and a little extra moisture to it. It's just perfect. Now the good thing about this particular type of pancake, it's very filling because it has 1 egg and 1 banana in a single pancake. So you could have 1 or maybe 2 if you're really hungry, and you would be good to go for hours. I mean, I've had pancakes early in the morning, like around 7, and I'd be out working until 2, 3 in the afternoon. And then I'd end up having a late lunch because I'd be so full from just having 2 of these pancakes. So remember, you can use any flour that you want to. You can use oat flour like I did, you can use corn flour, you can use buckwheat flour, whatever you want to. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe and this video today. Feel free to like and subscribe. If you have any pancake tips that you would like to share, please add them in the comments. And also, if you have any videos that you would like to see, any recipes you'd like demoed or need help with fixing, please let me know and I'll be happy to get back to you, or your recipe could end up in a future video. Thanks for watching. So first I want to talk about your banana. Ideally you want a big hard banana. I'm not going to make it through this.